I sold my husband's apology gift because it wasn't meant for me. My husband, Mark, always had this tendency to apologize with things instead of actions. He thought the way to my heart would just be to buy me things instead of actually apologizing. Last night, he slid a velvet box across our dining table in the middle of dinner. "What's this for?" I asked. He smiled that polished smile, the one that looked more rehearsed than real. "Just wanted to remind you how much you mean to me." I opened it and saw a thin diamond necklace that must have been expensive. To us, we clinked, but I had a feeling in my gut that something was very wrong. Why did he suddenly decide to buy me this? I was cleaning the kitchen next morning when I saw the receipt sticking out of the trash. Mark had never been careless with money before, so curiosity got the better of me. Then I read it. He only got one necklace, but this receipt said he had bought two. The second I saw two pendants printed on that receipt, my whole body went cold. Mark didn't buy jewelry twice. He barely bought it once. My hands started shaking because I knew something wasn't adding up. I grabbed my phone, took a deep breath, and called the jewelry store. I forced my voice to sound calm, even though my heart was slamming in my chest. "Hi, this is Alana Hayes. My husband bought a necklace yesterday, and I wanted to confirm something about the order." The woman on the phone said, cheerful as ever, "Of course, let me pull it up. Oh, here we go. Yes, Mrs. Hayes, the second necklace will be ready for pickup tomorrow." I stopped breathing. "I'm sorry," I said slowly, making sure I heard her right. "Second?" "Yes, ma'am," she said. "The matching pendant." We let him know that the engraving on the other one would take an extra day. Engraving, matching, extra pendant. Everything inside me twisted. "Can I come in and pick it up?" "Absolutely." When I arrived, the clerk recognized me instantly and smiled like everything in my life wasn't falling apart. "Oh, Mrs. Hayes, here to pick up the other necklace?" "Yes," I said, pretending my world wasn't sinking. She opened a velvet box that was identical to mine. I lifted the pendant, turned it over, and the engraving hit me like a punch to the chest. For Kara. I stared at the name for a solid 3 seconds, making sure I wasn't seeing things. The clerk kept talking. "He said both pieces needed to be ready for your weekend trip." "Weekend trip?" I repeated. "Yes, he said it was a surprise. Something special. A trip. 2 necklaces, another woman's name." I smiled the fakest smile of my life. "Oh, it'll definitely be special." That night, I acted normal on purpose. I cooked dinner. I sat at the table. I pretended nothing was wrong, even though every breath felt like burning. Mark walked in, kissed my cheek, and said, "Smells great in here." I held the velvet box in my hand. "You left something at the jeweler." His eyes flicked to the box like it was a weapon. "What is that?" "Your second necklace," I said calmly. "The one engraved for Kara." His whole face drained of color. "Alana, just listen." "No, you listen. Why did you buy her a necklace?" "It's not romantic," he said quickly. "It's for a work thing, a project she helped with." "With what? Your weekend getaway?" He froze. I stepped closer. "You bought her jewelry, the same exact necklace as mine." He ran his hands through his hair. "You went through my things?" "No," I said. "You left your secrets in the trash." His jaw clenched. "You're overreacting." "Really? Then why is her name engraved on it?" He slammed his palm against the counter so hard the salt shaker fell. "Because she deserved it, okay? She's been there for me." I went still, stone still. "And I haven't?" I said quietly. He didn't answer. That silence told me everything. The next morning, he left early for work. Perfect. I packed both necklaces into their boxes and drove straight to the jewelry store. The clerk looked surprised. "Oh, back again?" "Yes," I said. "I need to return these." "Both?" she asked, confused. "Yes, both." "Should I refund the card on file?" "No. Put the refund in my account." She nodded slowly. 2 hours later, $1,700 appeared in my bank. I used it to book a beach resort, 4 nights, ocean view, champagne, breakfast delivered to the room, paid for, entirely with my husband's cheating fund. Mark came home that evening to find my closet half empty and both jewelry boxes gone. He called immediately. "Where are you? What is happening?" I could hear panic in his voice. "I'm somewhere peaceful," I said. "Alana, please come home. Let's talk." "Oh, don't worry. We'll talk. I'll call you from my getaway." I step onto my balcony, letting the ocean wind hit my face. For the first time in years, I feel light. Turns out the clearest apology isn't a diamond necklace. It's walking away from someone who never deserved you in the first place.